Hello, I'm Michael Finn, holistic exercise and lifestyle coach, and today is going to be learning how to build more energy through our body through breath and movement using Tai Chi. So this is kind of going to be my beginning lesson 1 of Tai Chi. So I'm going to talk you through the basics a little bit and show you 3 movements, and then we're going to put those 3 movements together through a little practice that then you can practice on a daily basis and go through that cycle as many times as you want. So much of this is not about being correct. It's more about feeling the energy in the air around you, feeling the energy in your body, feeling the energy in your breath, and creating that energy through movement and pulling it in. There's energy all around us, and our body has access to that. So anybody that follows me a lot has heard me say lots of times that oxygen is our primary source of energy, and it is because it ends up bringing everything in. Okay? Bringing in that oxygen, getting into the mitochondria, and helping it turn energy into the cells so that our body can function and do all the things we want it to do. Our brain function well, our muscles function well, us run faster, everything. All right? So, common basics. So, first thing, we're going to start up here in the head. All right? So, the tongue, for the most part, not all the time, if you're going to be exhaling out your mouth, it's a little bit difficult, but for the most part, whenever it's convenient, you want the tongue resting in the physiological position of rest, which means the tip of the tongue right behind the front teeth. It goes there, touching the roof of the mouth. It goes there when you swallow. Swallow, there's the tongue, right behind the front teeth, okay? That brings the connection there because we have a big, as we breathe, as we inhale in and we fill the spine up, we get all of these little electrical vortexes up the cerebral spinal fluid going up our whole back, and they come all the way up the back and through the back, connect through the tongue, and come all the way around the front. It's this whole circle that runs basically this way around through the body, creating energy flow. So we want to focus on making sure that we have the tongue there, since it's the muscle and it kind of connects the front of the skull to the back of the skull. So we can kind of help that circular motion. Doesn't always have to be there, but most of the time. All right, and then spine. We want a nice, tall, straight spine. This is really great for posture and building good posture with people. And a good way to do this is to come up to a wall before you even start and make sure that your tailbone, the middle of your back, and the back of your head are all touching the wall. Your feet don't have to be right against the wall, but just so that you can feel, okay, this is what a straight spine feels like, okay? And then you can walk away from the wall and then just try to maintain that the best that you can. It's okay if you drift away. Most people have a forward head posture. With my vision, I have a forward head posture too. So, but if I'm more aware of it, then it stays back where it should. And you don't get real big imbalances in the neck. So that's the other part. And then we're going to have, the knees are always going to be soft in like what's an athletic position. When we're in what's called a horse stance position, we're going to be more in here with the feet just kind of outside the shoulders. Once again, don't be worried about doing it perfect. Feel, okay? So some people might be a little closer, some people might be a little wider. You'll see me as I do the full practice that I move my feet. And then we have a forward bow position on both sides where your front foot is pointing a little bit more into this direction. Your rear foot is pointing out to the side a little bit more, and you're not right in a line where you're off balance. It's a little bit out to the side to where you're more balanced so that you don't tip over. And once again, feel free to move your feet. It's okay, all right? And the same thing for the other side. It can be there, and it can be here. Okay, still nice tall posture with your spine. Okay, we don't want to be in a big anterior pelvic tilt. We don't want to be in a big posterior tilt. We want to be in the middle, so you want to kind of find that too. If you're inside, like I am, you want to be on a grounding mat, okay, so that you're connected to a ground and that sort of thing. And that way, the negative energy can go into Mother Earth, and Mother Earth can take it for you. Okay, that's big key. Ideally, it's great if you do this outside on some grass or sand or wet sand, or rock or whatever else. I do this in my backyard a lot. I do it in the park. But when I'm doing it inside, if it's really cold or the weather's bad, I get on a grounding mat. All right? So first let's start off with getting our spine into a good alignment, finding a wall really quick, and then there's that. And then now breathing, okay? So we're going to inhale through the nose. We want to fill everything up down here, okay? Don't worry about up here so much. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. And then exhale either out the nose or the mouth. Okay, really filling the tummy up. And I know a lot of people get worried about, oh, my tummy might stick out and that sort of thing. That's your own judgment. Don't be worried about it. You will actually develop a more flatter ab by breathing correctly and using all of your diaphragm muscles and using the muscles in your abdomen to actually generate breath and use it as you go along with this. It will actually flatten everything out really good. So really try to practice that breathing the whole time. Okay? Key is breathe and move how you feel. All right? So even though I might get a little deeper, you don't have to. You can stay up a little higher. Once again, feel. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a breath and just do a general movement of bringing energy into the body. So we're going to go with a big inhale as we come all the way up. And we're going to exhale and pull that energy down. And you kind of want to feel, you want your hands kind of separated, your fingers are going to be bent a little bit, they're going to be separated a little bit so the energy can flow between your fingers and you can feel the air passing through your fingers. It's kind of like if you were in a swimming pool underwater and you are moving your arms and your hands and your fingers, you could feel the water flowing through the fingers. That's what you kind of want to feel like, all right? So that you keep that spine tall, but you kind of straighten the legs out a little bit. You don't lock them out as you come up. And then you bend them a little bit. All right? And the other idea is you don't want to expend a lot of energy. This shouldn't be work. This is called working in. It's pulling energy into the body, not expending energy. So you can go deeper with squat down and go. Let's just practice 2 more of those. Good, all right. So that's going to be our first movement we're going to do, and it's also going to be the last movement that we're going to do in the cycle, all right? So, and that's just pulling chi energy right into our body the whole time and taking the negative energy out, okay? All right, second one is going to be kind of what we call it, chi energy cultivator, all right? So the hand movement, we're going to be coming across the body, and it's almost kind of like you're holding a ball. But once again, don't be too crazy with it. You'll see that my holding the ball is a lot like this when I'm going across, and it changes all the time. But it's kind of like you're holding a ball, and when you get over to the side, you're going to kind of spin that ball as if you were going to make that ball come back this direction. So kind of spin that ball, and then grab another ball and come across and spin that ball, and then come back across, okay? And then you're still in that horse stance kind of position, but you're shifting your weight so you can come up on the toe a little bit on that side, okay? And then with this one, you can just breathe consistently. I often find myself that I'm inhaling one way and exhaling the other way, and then I'll switch up a little bit sometimes too. But you can just breathe consistently, okay? But feel the air passing through your hands and through your arms with a big inhale. Filling that tummy up. All right, so that's cultivating chi energy. And then the last one we're going to do is we're going to do a low pushing wave. So we're going to shift into our forward bow position into here where everything's nice and soft. All right. Once again, while you're doing it, you can shift your feet. You'll see me that I shift my feet a lot. And with this one, we're going to take a big wave of energy and we're going to push it all the way out, and then we're going to turn our hands over and pull them back. And then we're going to go in through here. And then once again, do what you want to do that feels good. Sometimes I'll come in front of me and I'll go this way. And then I'll come in here again and I'll go this way. And then I'll come over here and I'll go this way. Just nice and smooth and steady, just whatever feels good. I'll switch it up a little bit. Sometimes I'll come up higher and go all the way up there and all the way around. All right, just move with what feels good. Feel that energy flowing. Like my hands are tingling right now from all the energy that I'm just creating right here in this little circle. And then I'll switch over the other direction. So have fun with it, all right? So those are the 3 movements we're going to do. Now we're going to put them all together. We're going to do some of our big breath and bringing energy in. We'll do about 9 of those. Number 9 goes really well with Qigong and Tai Chi and things like that. So we'll do about 9 or so. I just basically just go until I feel like changing to a new movement. And then we'll do a little cultivation of energy in through here. Okay, and then we'll shift into a little pushing of waves, go in both directions. We'll do a few over that way, we'll do a few over that way, maybe we'll go back over here again, then we'll go back over there again, and then we'll do one more time of just bringing energy in. We'll do about 3 or 4 or 5 of those, okay, and then we will finish and come to a physiological position of rest. All right, so here we go. So here's lesson 1. If you need to go back and you want to go through the movements again, go ahead and back it up and go through the movements again. But here will be the full practice, all right? So let's start over again. Wall, spine in a good spot, tongue in the physiological position of rest. It goes there when you swallow. Keep that spine nice and tall. Take one big breath in just to practice. All right, and then let's go with it. So big inhale, big exhale. Feel all that energy pulling it up from the ground. Really reach the top of the head up towards the ceiling. You can close your eyes if you want to. I like to do that sometimes to get more internally into my body. You don't have to move with me. You'll find the longer I go, the slower I go. Move at your pace with your breathing. Try to fill everything up with your breathing, but don't make it work. Just breathe as deeply as you comfortably can. And when you're ready to exhale, exhale. When you're ready to inhale, inhale. And even if your movement and breathing and timing get a little off, it's okay. Relax, enjoy. Feel your body moving. If joints are a little tight or a little sore, well then adjust the movement. If your knees are a little sore and they hurt to like bend too much, well then just bend real small. Just move to a point where it doesn't hurt. Same thing with the shoulders. If it's painful to take those arms all the way up over the head, well just take them up as high as it's comfortable for you and then come back around. But make it feel good. Big inhale. And now let's cultivate some more energy. So grab onto that ball and let's slide around and spin that ball. Once again, don't worry about where your arms go. You can go higher or lower. Keeping that spine nice and straight and tall, reaching the top of the head towards the ceiling. You can step a little bit more if you like. Go out a little farther. Now let's shift into a little pushing wave. So big inhale coming back. And once again, if your breathing gets a little off, that's all right. It's perfectly fine. Just keep breathing, keep the spine tall. Feel the energy flowing through your hands. Feel that big wave that you're pushing. We'll switch over to the other side. Once again, there is no right or wrong. There's just moving and breathing, relaxing, feeling your body. Where does it want to go? What feels good? Opening up your joints. Bring that energy in. Now let's switch over to the other side. We'll go back over to the other side. If you find you're getting a lot of saliva in your mouth, that's good. That's a sign you're doing it right. Building energy, aiding the digestive system. If your mouth's getting kind of dry, you're working too hard, you need to work easier. You can come in here. My body loves the movement, loves the flow. Let's just do just a little bit more cultivation. Taking that ball, spitting that ball. Big inhale. And then let's go back into our bringing energy in with the big inhale. Big inhale all the way up, filling everything up. Big exhale. You can take all that energy all the way up over the head and just pull it all down through your body. Just go one more. Great. So, I hope that makes you feel a little more energized. You hear I'm calmer now. This is why I'm a calm individual, because I do this every day in various different forms. But start with like one thing that feels good with you. I will have more of these out on my YouTube channel, so please subscribe so you know when new ones are coming out. And practice it. Feel it. There is no wrong. So relax into it. Just move the way you want to. That's why I did lots of different kind of motions, so that you can try lots of different things and see what feels good for you. But breathe and move. It'll make your mind, body, brain, and spirit all feel better. I hope you all have a happy and healthy day.